And like, I think the hard part is trying to date. It's a catch 22, right? Like, I don't want to date another addict. And then at the same time, I don't want to, I struggle with dating so-called normal people. And then it's like two things happen. Like, I've been in that relationship where, you know, your sobriety, it sounds cool. Like, everybody's like, oh, you're sober. I don't have to worry about that. And it's like, yeah, but now I have to worry about that with you.
Right.
And then like, or it turns into like the last relationship I was in, the girl wasn't she wasn't an addict or an alcoholic, but became an alcoholic, right? She
Oh,
started off where, it was, her blackout drinking led to lots of crazy fights. And then it was towards the end, it was me constantly saying, like, dude, you need to stop drinking or I gotta leave. And like,
right.
I can't be here for my own sanity. And then it was, okay, I love you, but I gotta leave this situation. And a lot of times your sobriety does become a problem because you see the problem, right?
Right.
Like, I I know I did, where I'm sitting there like, you've got to, like, these things need to change, but you also can't force somebody to change. So like, trying to point out to them like, hey, like, if you actually want to quit drinking, maybe you should stop hanging out at the bar, or maybe you should stop going around these people that are constantly drinking. And it's like, uh, okay, like, you're not hearing me. And it's like, now we're arguing and fighting more and more and more and more. Fuck it, I'll just do this on my own then.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went
That's the
from
toxicity.
I went from the relationship that was entertaining to be in, and I made concessions because I was having a good time. Like the environment was good. Then I went from that into I made an assumption because of the person's assumed character based on the outside perception of what I saw first, right? Like this person already had a pre-made family, already had a career, and I thought, okay, they're already established. They don't drink. This has got to be better, right? Like this obviously they don't use, so this will be easy because then neither of us are going to be using, so we're not going to have that dynamic to worry about. And boy was I wrong, because I like there wasn't even a gap period. There was like 4 months and I'm just right back into it. And an event happened that forced us into, hey, now this is a real thing. And I mean, the first couple of years were good, but then you could kind of track it, just like a trend. Everything, we had a real good peak, and there were some bumps on the way to the top of the peak, and then everything from there was just down, 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 down. And like the last year of it, last 8 months, like I just basically lived in fear, thinking that I was going to have the cops called on me daily, like, or they were going to do this or that, and it was one thing after another. Like I had shared messages from said person with him, and it's just insane
Yeah,
ramblings. That's like,
they were quite
what
interesting.
the fuck is going on? And it's hot and cold. It doesn't even stay in one lane, right? Like it would shift so dramatically that you couldn't even keep up with what was going on, because once you figured out the destination here, nope, we're changing, we're going to go this way now. And it was very, very chaotic. That like it was one of those ones where it's like, am I actually going crazy? Like maybe it is me, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And I started to believe
been
that.
there.
You
Yeah,
had something.
no, I've been there. I, I've been there. I think that's I don't know, man. It's a catch 22 because, like, on one end, when I first got sober, right, I dated a girl who was another addict. I met her in like AA,
Yeah.
and it was such a disaster that I was like, I'm never gonna do that again. And then it turns into, maybe I should do that because, unfortunately, like, I need to, I guess it's the catch 22. Like, I have a fear of dating somebody in recovery, in the sense of like, what if they relapse? But then at the same time, it's like, if that's where I'm trying to go in life, then I'm gonna need to date somebody who matches up to where I'm going. So obviously I'm gonna need to date somebody who doesn't drink or or use drugs. And like it's hard to find that balance in a sense. And like that's why I think dating as somebody in recovery, man, is the hardest thing to do